Since the dawn of time, humans have asked one question over and over. What happens after we die? Is it the end of everything we are? Or the beginning of something we can't even imagine? Even I ask myself sometimes, when my time comes, is there really something waiting for me? Or do I just fade away forever? It's one of those questions that nobody can escape. Rich or poor, young or old, death comes for all of us. And that's why every civilization, every religion, even science itself, has tried to answer this mystery. Let's rewind thousands of years. The Egyptians believed death was just a doorway. That's why they mummified their dead, packed tombs with treasures, food, and even servants, so the soul could survive and thrive in the afterlife. They even wrote guides like the Book of the Dead to help navigate the journey beyond. Meanwhile, the Greeks and Romans imagined the underworld. Souls would cross the river Styx, guided by a ferryman. Heroes found glory in Elysium, while others wandered in shadows. Their vision of death was deeply tied to how you lived. On the other side of the world, Hindus and Buddhists believed in samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Your next life depended on your karma, your actions now. For them, death wasn't final. It was transformation. Even smaller tribes and cultures saw death as a bridge, a way ancestors could continue guiding the living. When I look at these ancient beliefs, I realize something. Humans have always created stories to fight their fear of the unknown. And honestly, maybe I do the same when I wonder about death. As centuries passed, religions gave their own answers. Christianity, Islam, and Judaism all spoke of heaven and hell, eternal reward or eternal punishment, depending on how you lived. Hinduism and Buddhism carried forward the idea of reincarnation, with the hope of eventually escaping the cycle completely. Indigenous traditions saw life and death as part of a natural circle. Spirits and ancestors weren't gone. They were present, watching, guiding. Growing up, I heard all sorts of beliefs. Some people told me about paradise, others about rebirth. And it made me wonder, maybe these beliefs aren't just about what's true. Maybe they're about giving us comfort and reminding us to live in a way that matters. Then there's science, always searching for answers. Biology says death is simple. The body shuts down, organs stop, the brain goes quiet. End of story. But here's where it gets interesting. People all over the world have reported near-death experiences, floating above their bodies, traveling through a tunnel of light, reliving their entire life in an instant. Some even say they met people who already passed. Science tries to explain it. Brain chemicals flooding at the moment of death, or oxygen deprivation causing hallucinations. Logical answers, right? And yet, none of these explanations really capture the experience people describe. There was even the famous 21 grams experiment, where a doctor tried to weigh the soul. He believed that at the exact moment of death, the body loses a tiny bit of weight, maybe the soul leaving. To me, it's fascinating. Science can map galaxies, split atoms, build AI, but it still can't fully explain consciousness. And that makes me think, maybe there's more than what we can measure. Philosophers, of course, never stayed quiet about death. Socrates said, philosophy itself is a preparation for dying, because to live wisely, you must accept death. Modern thinkers say that knowing we'll die is what pushes us to create meaning in life. And for me, death feels like a mirror. Every time I think about it, I end up asking, am I really living the way I should? Am I making my time worth it? Or am I just letting life slip away? In the end, every culture, every religion, even science, they all try to explain death. Yet the truth is, no one knows for certain. Death remains the greatest mystery of all. But maybe the real question isn't about what happens after we're gone. Maybe it's about what we've done while we're here. For me, I don't fear death itself. What I fear is reaching the end and realizing I didn't live a life I could be proud of. And here's the strange part. Only those who have died can truly testify what happens after death. And while countless people are curious to know the answer, no one is willing to actually experience it just to find out. Weird, right? And that's why our next big question matters even more. Have we truly lived satisfied? Have we been successful in our lives? Because in the end, it may not be about where we go after death, but about whether we truly live before it. Enjoyed this video? Do you like this kind of topic? Then don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to see more of what's on Ta's mind. See you in the next one.